Oh, that went everywhere.
I was gonna say, all right, everyone, we are back. Definitely
Yeah,
on
we
that note.
are. I am wearing this beer. If y'all just saw that on camera, I hope that came off as crazy. It went everywhere.
That was pretty fucking good.
Like my whole arm is covered in beer. This is wow. This room's gonna smell like beer.
So, what beer did you just spontaneously fucking combusted on you? Not combusted. Didn't catch on
Well,
fire.
yeah. I don't
Exploded.
want to. I don't want to get into an episode of the Saps right now
Yeah,
necessarily.
yeah.
But I am drinking Concrete Jungle's Feeling Cute. Dot dot dot.
You must be
West
feeling
Coast
cute
IPA.
wearing half that beer.
Oh yeah, no, it's all over my desk, all over the ground, all over my lap. It's looking great. I don't know why I always pour these off camera. That's a bad move. It's a very good looking IPA in my shouts out to Four Brewers
Ooh.
podcast, my Four Brewers glass. Yeah, boy, this is everywhere. It's good. It's a little. I don't know if that's either vanilla-y or garlicky. It's one of the
I
two.
know onion and garlic sometimes is like a an
Hot.
after, but
Yeah,
yeah, I can't.
I know. I know it shows up a lot in
My lexicon
Citra.
is not working right now, vocabulary, but you know what I'm trying to say.
That's interesting. It's kind of sweet, and I don't know why, but not like traditional sweet. It's like cantaloupe, citrus, pine.
I'm still sipping on the Orange County
Weird.
PBR. Um, so let's get into this right away because I'll be honest, I'm not too excited for this card. So let's get right into it. UFC Greenville in South Carolina.
That's right.
Wonderboy Thompson would have headlined this if he didn't get knocked into fucking 6 months.
Yep.
But
Also, we should mention before we start that we would have done picks for Bellator 223 London, at least for the main card, because I think most of those fights are really fun, and maybe even a couple of the prelims. But fucking Viacom hates sports fans and makes this shit impossible to watch easily. So, like Nathan Grayson is fighting, Aaron Chalmers is fighting, even though that doesn't do much for me. Galore Bofondo is back.
Nope.
Fucking dude who spiked Charlie Ward on his head with the throw in the UFC. That. Also, Charlie Ward is back. Fabian Edwards, brother of Leon Edwards, is fighting. Right. Melvin Manhoof is back. James Gallagher is fighting Jeremiah Labiano. Eric Silva is fighting Paul Daly, and Gegard Mousasi is fighting Rafael Lovato Jr. Great matchups, great card. Can't talk about it because Viacom doesn't give a fuck enough for us to do that. So,
yeah, cool. All right, so the first fight of the night, based on this guy's height, I would say bantamweight or featherweight, but no. This dude is a tank, a short tank. Yeah, Darren Wynn. I think he's
I believe.
Duran. I think he's out of AKA, I believe.
It might be Darren. I've always heard it pronounced Duran Wynn, but I'm not positive.
Sure. I'm just going to go Darren because it's easier. Sorry, Darren.
It's also probably right. It's also probably right.
He's 5-0. He's also 5'5" and is weighing in at 185 and 1/2 pounds, which is fucking crazy.
Is he really 5'5"? He does not seem
there's
that
no way.
short.
He's not shorter than me. That's bullshit.
I don't know. He looked pretty small compared to Tom Lawler, and Tom Lawler's like what, 5'8", 5'9", 5'10"?
Yeah, maybe he's just a round guy. I don't know. He's clearly a wrestler based on his picture. Anyways, I want to get through this. He's going to get someone who's a lot taller than him, and Eric Spicely, who's fucking 6'2" and a natural middleweight. Eric Spicely is a jiu-jitsu practitioner, record of 12 wins, 4 losses. Last time we saw him was in CES. He is back in the UFC. He won via punches. His last 2 fights he's won in the first round via finishes due to strikes. He's fought twice this year, so he's been active. Darren Wynn, this is his official UFC debut. Last time we saw him was on a card I will never mention again. None of us should, and it didn't exist. So what am I talking about?
Oh, you mean Depression, the card?
So I don't really know what to say about this fight, except I think Spicy's going to win because he's just way too big for someone to win. Just going by size, 5'5" or 6'2". Holy fuck. The only way I see winning this is if he just has insane wrestling, which I don't really remember seeing him fight. But he is at AKA, so he has that going for him. I'm still going Eric Spicely based on I am way taller than you, I have more range on you, and I'm probably going to jab you to death and probably catch you with a knee when you shoot on me. Then again, this is based on I haven't really seen Wynn fight because I refuse to acknowledge the last fight he had. So I'm going Eric Spicely. And it's going to be a decision because it's going to be the little tiny short guy just trying to get up against Cage. And I think you know what? I'd change that. Spicely will catch him in a submission. He'll probably get like some sort of fucking guillotine or I don't know.
Interesting. I have the opposite take. I think Eric Spicely gets finished in this fight. I like Eric Spicely, but I don't think this is a great matchup for him. Deron Wynn, or however you say his name, is fighting out of AKA, does train with DC all the time, is a fucking tank. He absolutely housed Tom Lawler in their fight. In the fight we don't talk about. And Eric Spicely is coming off of a layoff of... Okay, that's not true. He's not coming off a layoff. He's coming off of wins in CES. However, before that, he had a rough run of Darren Stewart, Gerald Mearshart, and Shoeface. Two of those don't look that terrible in retrospect. Gerald Mearshart, that's a fight I feel like he probably should have won. He does a win over Thiago Santos in 2016 and win over Alessio Di Chirico in 2017, which I forgot about. I like Eric Spicely a lot on Twitter. I think he's fucking hilarious and real cool. And I think he will be competitive in points in this fight. I just think the wrestling and the overall pressure, like DC style pressure game of Deron Wynn is going to give Eric Spicely hella trouble over the stretch. So I got Deron Wynn probably. It's either going to be a TKO or a sub late. Wow, he has a lot of early finishes actually. Shit. Yeah, but level competition. I'm gonna go Deron Wynn TKO towards the end of the second, probably via ground and pound.
Okay, I like that pick. The odds unofficially brought to you, of course, by BetDSI, our friends at BetDSI. Unofficially, of course.
No, super unofficially, as in I don't even use BetDSI. That's hell unofficially.
I don't even bet.
I haven't been betting in a bit, although I've been thinking about getting back into it, but
Deron Wynn is a minus 278 to a plus 240 favorite over Eric Spicely. So there's that.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. Wait, you had Spicely by sub. Did you have a round on that?
Like round 2.
Yeah, I figured it'd be one of the first two.
I just don't like how much bigger he is than Wynn.
That's totally fair. Like if he can just out muscle Wynn, and if Wynn gets desperate trying for stuff, that fight could get real interesting real quick.
This next fight is a women's flyweight bout between British fighter Molly Meatball McCann, who I think nearly broke her eye in half or something like that.
Oh yeah, her whole shit was busted up after the
pretty bad. She's going up against holy fuck, this fly is annoying the fuck out of me. The very beautiful Ariane Lipsky, what the fuck her name is. Sorry, I just think I'm about to fucking kill something. She's 11 wins, 4 losses. For Lipsky, going against the British fighter. I'm gonna fucking kill this stupid thing.
No. So Lipsky, while you're doing that, is Brazilian. Not even close. That's
what I meant. She's 11-4. I said going up against the British fighter.
Oh, by the way, Joanne called. Oh, you're right. Meatball Molly McCann is British.
Don't please. If you don't want to ever get slapped, don't call Joanne Calderwood a Brit. She will fuck you up.
That's why I thought
she's a Scottish.
I forgot we were talking about Meatball and not Joanne. Also, I don't know if she will fuck you up. She seems very nice.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. She'll just scowl at you like, really? I'm a Brit. Have you ever seen Braveheart? She wouldn't say that though, because they'd probably say fuck that movie.
Actually.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Anyways, Molly McCann, the last time we saw her, she won a unanimous decision over one of the best strikers I have ever seen.
Oh, don't do this.
Just kidding. I can't do that. Priscilla Cachoeira.
Yep. She officially won the title of not the worst fighter in the UFC.
I remember, too, the last time I saw Cachoeira fight, which is, just a month ago, Blake was watching with me, and I was explaining.
Boy, that fucking fight, dude.
Well, listen, I was like, okay, Blake, see how, she's just keeping her head up and see how her feet, I'm like, she's not even in a proper, striking stance, not even in a kickboxer or boxing stance. I'm like, so she's so flat-footed right now, literally walking forward. I'm like, that's going to leave her susceptible to getting head kicked if she walks backwards. Right after I say that, crack, and Blake just starts laughing just like crazy. It's just like it was just set up so remarkably well, and I was like, oh god.
To be fair, she's never met a head kick she wasn't hungry for. So,
isn't she called like Zombie Girl? It's like we see.
Well, and also she trains out of Andrade's gym, so boy, you can only imagine how much damage she's taken.
Yeah, she probably takes a lot of right there Freds from Andrade's. And just
fucking all the right there Freds.
Lipski, last time we saw her
right
fight,
there,
she had a
Fredinho. I don't know how to make Fred Brazilian.
Showed off the hard drives. I can't. I need Uncle Hanach to help me with that.
We nailed it.
Shut off the internet.
Porra.
Caralho. Lipski, last time we saw her, she lost against Joanne Collingwood via unanimous decision. How do I see this fight going? I can let you go ahead and say that right now while I try to kill this fly.
Sure, Chris is going to swat crazily. Chris is going to swat crazily at a fly. By the way, if you guys are watching the video, this is a great video clip version. Oh, yeah. If you guys are at all looking for that, that's the way to do it. Oh, Chris, you just have to get a really short chihuahua, and they will eventually track down the flies, but mostly they'll just run around trying to get them, but they're not tall enough. It's a great
the rat-a-tat-tat on the hardwood floor.
Oh yeah, there's only one of my two dogs that can do it, and it's the thinner of the two who isn't a corgi. His corgis are good at a lot of things. Most of those things are napping and eating. So
yeah.
Yeah, no, I 100% have Ariane Lipski in this. Just fucking level competition. Like,
I was gonna say if Molly McCann, and no disrespect to her, could get her eye busted open by Cachoeira, I don't really like her odds against someone like Lipski, who looked okay on the feet.
Well, that and it's just Molly McCann does best when she's pressuring.
There we go.
Coming.
It's over now.
We got like sound effects to the death of that fucking fly. R.I.P. I mean, to be fair to Molly McCann, she does have wins over credible people like Lacey Shuckman. She looked competitive against Jillian Robertson early on until she started getting just kind of pressured too much in the grappling department. And I think they're going to be pretty even grappling wise. Molly McCann is willing to walk through shit, and Molly McCann does a decent top game when she chooses to use it, at least against people who are not the strongest grapplers, like over in Cage Warriors. She was able to just outmuscle some motherfuckers. She actually did good against. She was beating up Priscilla Cachoeira pretty significantly from top in their fight as well. The problem is Ariane Lipski. She lost to Joanne Calderwood, who, by the way, has been looking fucking incredible lately. She just totally turned a corner in her game. And before that, her run in KSW is not to be dismissed. Sheila Gaff is among those fucking names, which is definitely someone notable. And not just that, she went on a fucking run. She was just housing people in KSW. You got to figure, different shaped cage, coming overseas for the first time, for not to Poland, that kind of stuff you figure has to play in a little bit in her debut. Plus it was her UFC debut, which seems to weigh on people, and it was the best Joanne Calderwood we'd seen. That was the fight where she turned a big corner, if I remember right. Or maybe it was the one right before that, but either way. No, it was the one right before that where she got the armbar, I think. But even still, it's like 2.0 Joanne, for sure.
Shouts out to her jiu-jitsu coach, my cousin.
Oh, yeah, Roxanne, your cousin.
Who has a fight coming up against Jennifer Maia, I
believe. Yeah, Liz Carmouche got bumped up to the main event.
Yep, Uriah Faber getting that title shot again.
That's right. Hey, you guys want to see some cool? Actually, I might. Chris, are you doing anything Sunday?
No. Yeah, no.
Well, if you want to come to the fair, there's fights happening.
I'm down.
And we'll probably see future title contender Liz Carmouche there. So
I'm down, dude.
Or at least we'll probably see Chris Lieben. So actually, no, wait, we might not see Chris Lieben because doesn't he fight this weekend?
Yeah, he fights weekend bare knuckle. Maybe we'll see Sam Alvey. I don't know.
Yeah, he wasn't there last time. I know we'll see a bunch of 10th Planet people. It seems to be all 10th Planet and the arena guys down there nowadays.
God, I would just hope for some reason like Tony Ferguson to be there. That would be fucking amazing to meet that guy.
That dude's not doing fucking AMI events.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like this.
We'll probably see fucking Josh Rosenthal or Frank Mir or Frank Shamrock or somebody though. So yeah, if you guys are in San Diego, come to the fucking fights on Sunday and you can come kick it with us. Maybe I wonder if I'll have to hit up Matt. I wonder if Matt's going too. I love the fucking. It's like whatever it is, $20 to enter the fair, and there's just fucking fights. You can sit cage side if you get there early, which is like 30 minutes or whatever. We're cage side right next to fucking the announcers and Chris Lieben and everybody. It's cool as shit. Yeah. Like sitting right next to Liz Carmouche as looking ripped as fuck, walking in cornering. So anyway, yeah, I got Ariane Lipsky. I got her via. I'm gonna go decision because Molly McCann is tough as fuck.
I have the same sentiment as you on that one. Same thought.
You going the same way too?
Same way. And for those curious about the odds, -294 in favor of Miss Lipsky over a +240 of Molly McCann.
That seems a little wide, but I get it.
This next fight we have, I think this is that guy that fought that one piece of shit. Yes, it is. Pretty boy Alan Crowder.
Yep.
It's a heavyweight bout, 10 wins, 3 losses.
Has a win over Greg Hardy.
Yep. Going up against I kind of look like Derek Lewis, Jairzinho Roizenstruik.
Oh yeah.
And it's not just because of the beard and bald. He literally kind of does look like he could be cousins of Derek Lewis. It's pretty great. What's his name? Biggie Boy? Biggie Boy. I like it.
Sure.
Yeah, last time we saw him, he knocked out a baby.
What? Oh, right.
Yeah, he knocked out Junior Albino, a big baby. This is interesting. I like Roizenstruik's kickboxing. That's what he's known for, and he fucked up a baby in the fight. Junior Albino.
And Albini isn't like easy out. Like that dude doesn't get finished a lot.
Alan Crowder looked okay, but then again, he was fighting.
He looked good against Greg Hardy in the third round or in the second round up until that knee, but he also was fighting Greg Hardy. Is the problem?
I like Roizenstruik in this. I know Crowder was taking down Hardy at will. I don't know if Roizenstruik. I can't imagine he has great counter wrestling or defensive wrestling or grappling in any nature because he's
it's pretty.
I almost want to go towards Alan Crowder. However, I really do like the way Roizenstruik sets up his strikes, and I foresee a knockout in favor of Roizenstruik. I think he's gonna just let it on early, and it's gonna. I think too much volume for Crowder to handle, and I think Crowder's not gonna panic. He's just gonna get caught with some crazy head kick shit. It's like if you're a heavyweight kickboxer, you don't have to really rely on your hands, even though you're a heavyweight, and that's very dangerous. Look at the success of Mark Hunt. Look at the success of Boss Rutan when he was heavy. Look at the success of Alistair Overeem. You know that if you could
one of these things, you're not like the others.
Yeah, so I like Roizenstruik in this one. But if Crowder's gonna win, he's gonna wrestle fuck Roizenstruik.
You said KO, right?
Yeah.
What round?
I'll say round 2.
Okay. Yeah, I 100% have Alan Crowder via top control. Right. I don't know, either sub or ground and pound, depending on what he wants. I'm gonna go ground and pound in the second because I think Rosenstruik's gonna gas hard if he starts getting wrestle fucked. And Crowder is very. He is at least consistent enough to have taken Greg Hardy down while talking shit to him to bait him into the takedown, and that is exactly the kind of wrestler confidence I think would absolutely fuck up Rosenstruik if you make it out of the first 4 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna go Crowder TKO ground pound in the second.
The odds for those curious, Rosenstruik.
I think it's Struck, yeah, or Struck.
Rosenstruik. Jairzinho.
Jairzinho.
Jairzinho is a -200 to a +166 of Alan Crowder. This next fight.
This is the stickiest fucking West Coast IPA I've ever had. Everything I have is sticky. My hands are sticky. The table is sticky. The beer is sticky. It's awful. Don't spill this beer all over.
You either sound like an episode of The Saps, or you sound like Randy Marsh from that one episode where he's always on the internet.
Boom, 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 boom. Kill it.
Various reasons. Oh, Sharon, it was a ghost, a spooky ghost.
Oh. Yo, fucking, I need Warren Sapp to explain why I'm so sticky right now.
So this next
shout out to the fucking fighter, the writer and the fighter podcast. That show's so good. Not to be mistaken with Alan Joban's garbage show where they ripped the name off of it. I'm just lighting everybody on fire this week. Fuck it.
This next fight is about 4.5 years in the making. You're saying, well, how the fuck?
I mean, in the way that Matt Wyman hasn't fought for 4.5 years.
Matt Wyman, who infamously lost to Dennis Seaver. I'm kidding. That's mean.
Oh boy, I forgot about that. You just really tainted this fight for me in a fucked up way.
Going up against, I will probably miss weight again. Actually, I didn't even see if he made weight today.
He made weight.
Okay, then good for him.
This is at 155.
Oh, then there we go.
Yeah, he's back where he should be.
Thank you.
And even then.
It's by Bob Ross. Yeah, last time we saw he won a unanimous decision over Steven Peterson. Last time we saw Matt Wyman, he was like almost 5 years ago, where he defeated Isaac Valley Flag.
Flag. Oh, speaking of Violent Bob Ross, we should both disclose we do have Magwar t-shirts that are for Violent Bob Ross, don't we? Didn't you get one for Violent Bob Ross?
Mine's for Izzy.
Oh, see, you're right. We both had Stylebender. I forgot the Violent Bob Ross one came out after we did that. So I'll go ahead and say after this season of the MMA community, I might have one for Violent Bob Ross after I paid fucking goddamn Lawfits $10 for housing us in the fucking pay league.
Yeah.
He is killing it, everybody in that pay league.
Yeah, I'm fucked right now. I don't have enough people on. I'm not fucked. I just need who the fuck.
I did okay early on, but I had Ally Quinta against Kevin Lee, or was it Kevin Lee? Whoever it was, RDA, whoever the fuck it was.
Kevin Lee, and then you probably had him against Cowboy, which didn't help. Well,
I had both of those actually. Is what happened, which that did not work. That did not work out well for me.
Raj against Rose, and then like some other fights that got me some points.
That's a good one, but it's not nearly as good as how I'm doing in that other league where I have Max Holloway, Valentina Shevchenko. I have Justin Gaethje benched where I have a free 20 points.
Anyways, how do I see this fight going? Like I said, my golden rule is usually I don't go for someone who's been out for a long time. I'm going to go Violent Bob Ross in this one. I'm going to go decision. I know Matt Wyman's terrible. I know another fighter that's been out for a long time, or we saw him in person get knocked the fuck out, is returning. You hear about Todd Duffy finally coming back?
I did hear about that. Last fight that he had, we were in the building for, right? He hasn't fought since that Frank Mir fight. Yeah, that was one of the scariest knockouts I've ever seen in person.
And he's been at AKA, so I know the guy's got a shitload of talent. So
but that knockout was so scary, dude. And he's had a couple of those where you're like, ooh. I mean, he was out for like 3-4 minutes not moving on that canvas.
Yeah, he got like Adam Sella, whatever you want to call it. He got Darren Tilled. Like
he got fucking, who was it this last week? Oh, Jessica Hyde. Yeah, not quite that bad, but pretty close though. He was out for a long time.
The worst one I've seen in a while, probably Jimmy Manoa against what's his
that name? Was a bad one. Rockers. Jessica Hyde's the worst one I've seen in a while. That was she was out for a while. To the point where fucking, as Connor Rebush pointed out, zero emotion Valentina even looked like she felt bad. So tough one.
I got Luis Pena by decision. Not really much else to say on this one.
I'm
glad he's at 155 again.
Yeah, so I've got Pena as well. I might take him. I think decision's the smart pick. I think he might get a finish. But I think decision's the smarter pick. Man, his last 3 wins were Isaac Valleyflag, Paul Sass, and Mac Danzig. Before that, it was Cole Miller, Mac Danzig, and
Matt Danzig,
Shane
I've heard that name
Nelson.
in a long time.
God damn, those are some names I haven't heard in a fucking while. Yeah, no, you know what? I'm going Pena via TKO. I'll say first.
Okay. Yeah, I still
Just
got
that's
decision.
too big a layoff, and that's too big a size difference, and it's too many things that I cannot rely on Matt Wyman to get past. I hope he does. I like Matt Wyman, but boy, that's a fucking tall order.
So the odds for those curious, Pena is a minus 345 to a plus 281 of Mr. Wyman.
Seems a little wide, but I get why the line's like that.
Holy shit. I was about to say this next fight, but I actually pressed definitely the next 2 wrong. I actually, you know what I had opened? I had Ashley Yoder matched up right now against Kevin Holland. I don't think that'd be legal.
That would be a weird fight.
Yeah, let me go ahead and
I would take Kevin
try
Holland.
this again. I think so too.
I mean, the fucking 50-pound difference is probably a good tell. And
someone goes, unless she gets his back.
Although Ashley Yoder does train down here in San Diego, so I don't know.
So we have Ashley Yoder, women's strawweight bout between her and Japan's Suri Kondo.
Do we know if she officially has moved down here? Because I know she's been training with 10th Planet Freak Show, and she's been posting shit.
I have no idea.
She's been posting shit in San Diego. I just don't know if she officially moved down here yet.
So last time we saw Ashley Yoder, she had a split decision victory over ABC Amanda Bobby Cooper, which was a good fight. It was competitive.
Yeah, split decision against Mackenzie Dern. Man, her losses are tough fucking outs.
So yeah, Yoder's always game for a good competitive fight. Suri Kondo is on a 2-fight skid. However, the last fight came against China's Yan Xiaonan.
Yep.
Yan Xiaonan. And Pauliana Marijuana. No, that's Boteo.
I can never remember the two.
No. It's Viana is the marijuana.
Okay. That makes even more sense. Botelo's the beast, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I remember that body kick. I remember that body kick. That shit was so nasty. I know exactly what you're talking about now. Yeah. And a win over Chammy John. That was I don't know if you remember that fight, but that was a straight fucking brawl. That was the one where Chammy John's in the corner screaming and fucking hyping up, and they're just straight going out and brawling for 3 rounds. It was a great fucking fight.
So this one, Yoder's definitely a BJJ specialist in comparison to Suri Kondo. I have to imagine as a judo fighter if you're from Japan or some sort of karate-based kind of counter-striking.
I remember most of her, at least their fight with Chammy John was all on the feet. It was just a straight brawl.
Okay.
And then she got bodied with that kick by Pauliana. And then I don't remember the Yan Xiaonan fight, although Yan Xiaonan, I believe that was the one where she took her down and beat the fuck out of her. But Yan Xiaonan is like a fucking powerhouse for that division. So.
Yeah, I honestly don't really know where to go with this one, so I'll let you kind of take it away.
I don't
want to call it a coin flip because it's disrespectful. But,
yeah, I don't know that it is. I don't feel all that different about it. Their records, I feel like, are deceiving. Ashley Yoder being 6-4, Suri Kondo being 6-2. Like, Suri Kondo's level of competition is definitely lower than Ashley Yoder's, at least prior to the UFC. In the UFC, actually, she's had a pretty high level of competition. I honestly could see this one going either way. I think this is probably going to be a big fight for either woman to get this win. But if you're training in San Diego, as far as I can tell, I'm going to go and I see this as a pretty even matchup. And the people you lost to were Mackenzie Dern, Angie Hill, and Justine Kish in fucking scrappy ass fights. And you have wins over Amber the Bully Brown and ABC, who are both scrappy as shit as well. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take Ashley Yoder, and not because she's pretty, because I didn't realize she was pretty until today. Don't know how that slipped past me, but yeah, she all right.
Yeah, she's a good looking woman. I hate to say that she's a good
looking lady.
Yeah, as old Billy Freckles.
Billy Freckles.
The odds on this one: Ashley Yoder -112 to a -109 of Kondo.
Yeah, it's super pick.
Like we were saying, yeah,
totally makes sense. You had Kondo.
I'm just agreeing with you. I'm going Yoder.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Decision, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I think he's going decision either way. They're both very fucking tough.
This next fight, kind of already have my mind made up, but then again, I'm not giving this other guy credit at all because I'm an asshole. But here we have.
It depends on who you're picking, because one of them, I'll go ahead and give you a spoiler alert. One of them works for a manager.
Yeah, and one of them has been murdering it, and he is Hawaii's Dan Ige, and he has an unfortunate manager who's a fucking asshole.
Not only that, he is doing the exact same thing that Puna is doing, which is he is working for a manager.
I'm picking Dan Ige with a lot of disrespect to Mr. Kevin Aguilar, whom I really don't know, unfortunately, but hopefully he can give me an idea who the fuck he is. I have seen him fight, I believe. He's very tough.
3 fucking times you've seen him fight.
Yeah. I remember the Angel of Death name. You know how it is. Like some of those prelim fighters, like I'll recognize them once I see them fight. It's just their names.
No, I know. I
don't mean any disrespect to any of these fighters.
No, it's the schedule. It's the schedule 100%. Plus, Dan Ige does have a win over Luis J. Gomez in the Contender Series. So that was pretty cool. Took you a second.
Yeah,
I was waiting.
I knew you were talking. No, I knew exactly what you meant by that.
No, I know, but
see the name. So
yeah.
Oh,
I thought I was great. Oh shit, we've seen this guy fight. We saw Danny Ige in person.
What's up? Oh, was he on that July card in 2015?
He was on the CFFC card.
Oh yeah, CFFC 64.
I mean, I might not remember him fighting, but I was there.
Yeah, and I was there watching you. Not
to be fair, E40/40s will get you sometimes.
Yeah, and that shot that guy bought.
Yeah, he did buy us tequila. Shouts out to whoever at Alliance bought us tequila at that show, because you fucked me, bro. You got me cut off with the bartender because I slurred real hard when I asked for beer.
Yeah, hanging under him here. Did you say PB&J? You're cut off.
Yeah, it went real well. It's all right. We went to a different bar afterwards, and that worked out fine.
I think we did, yeah.
I think it was Lacey's birthday. I remember right.
Wait. Oh, dude, I remember. Wasn't Karen there and she was mad at you?
I mean, probably. That's how that goes, right?
No, I don't think she was there.
She did show up. I remember that.
Okay, someone was
I don't remember if she was mad.
I was pretty drunk.
That sounds right.
All I know is that people were mad at both you and I because we were both pretty drunk.
Well, they can go fuck themselves, all right?
Yeah. We just saw some fights.
Also, if we show up to a bar to see you and we're drunk, really? You gonna be mad?
See, that's not just doing my best Ashley Schaefer. Just yeah.
Schaefer BMW.
Goddamn amazing. Danny Ige is gonna win this fight.
You got a method?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Look at Mr. Aguilar here. He's only lost once. It's impressive.
Yeah, only lost to Leonard Garcia too.
Dominant decision. I'm gonna go on Aguilar being if you're called the Angel of Death, you got to be able to take some fucking punishment. Like, come on.
Well, I mean, 100%. And like, if you look at his past opponents, pretty goddamn brutal. Enrique Barzola and Rick Glenn are tough as fuck fights. Tom Lee in LFA is a tough fight.
I remember that guy.
Fought. His one loss.
I remember him from The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, his one losses to Leonard Garcia in Legacy when he was 8 fights in, and Leonard Garcia was 17-11. Like, that's a fucking pretty goddamn good resume. Oh shit! Look at his amateur record. Holy fuck! Shot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 amateur fights that are not on his record.
Yeah, this is
man, yeah, this is gonna be. So I should mention I've done zero tape study for this card because fucking ESPN Plus makes it so goddamn hard to do tape study.
I noticed their search function has improved a little bit.
It's the worst still. Number one, all they have are the actual cards, like cards,
it's just their recent
not
cards,
broken up by fight. And half the prelims aren't even on ESPN Plus or Fight Pass because they were an ESPN broadcast. And there's still fights from like fucking 3 or 4 months ago that you can't watch anywhere.
Oh yeah,
you can, but you have to go deep.
This is unrelated.
You gotta go deep web for that shit.
I was watching a lot of tape study or just fights. Trevor and I basically turned him into one of the biggest Tony Ferguson fans now. He absolutely loves
How could you not be?
Yeah. He's like, dude, I didn't realize. Like when we watched when Ferguson beat up Cowboy, he's like, dude, he's like, I had no idea if Tony was this good. And I'm like, dude, let me show you some fights. He's like, fuck.
Well, and Trevor, as a longtime Clay Guida fan, has got to love that pressure wrestling that you back up by striking kind of shit. Especially since Tony just does wild shit.
Trevor was just saying, like, and he loved Dustin Poirier too because he didn't realize how good Dustin Poirier's boxing was. He's like saying, yeah, he's like, I think Khabib will beat Dustin based on just his violent and kind of pressure.
Hard not to pick wrestlers, yeah.
But he says if there's anyone that's going to be Khabib, it's got to be Tony, just because he didn't realize how well rounded he is. It has to be him. I don't think.
Well, and Tony's game is going to create constant scrambles.
Yeah. Can you imagine him doing an Eminari?
He's not going to go for it. Wow, actually, he's Tony Ferguson, so he 100% will go for an Eminari role. It's almost as guaranteed as if he was a TriStar fighter.
Anyways, yeah, my pick is Dan Ige. I'm going decision, hard-fought decision. Aguilar was a tough son of a gun.
Man, I want to pick Aguilar by decision, having not watched tape study, but I'm going to go with you as well. I think Dan Ige probably will take this.
So this might surprise you. The odds.
Oh, good. Actually, before you even say that, I'm going to go ahead and switch then. Because number one, I don't want to pick Danny Yake because he works in Malky Kala. I mean, not Malky Kala. Sorry, Malky. I don't want to fucking throw you in the same cage as a literal criminal named Ali Abdelaziz. So, yeah. I'll go ahead and take Aguilar by decision.
Mr. Aguilar is a minus 147 to a plus 127 favorite.
I wasn't going to switch just because he was a favorite. I was thinking about switching anyway, but then you said he was a favorite. I was like, all right, well then definitely I'll switch, having watched zero tape. I remember Kevin Aguilar being competitive in the wrestling exchanges with Enrique Barzola and giving Enrique Barzola a pretty tough fight. And that dude is kind of a fucking tank. But mostly it's because Danny Ige works directly with Ali, and I don't play that shit.
So next fight up, we have
one of these days Ali's gonna swing on me, dude. I'm pretty sure. So I hope Ali stays out of San Diego because I don't want to get swung on.
Yeah, he'll find you.
He will. I'll be like fucking Elko getting a goddamn burrito. I'll just hear some fucking angry yelling and in fisticuffs behind me.
Fucking, I'll fight you, bro, motherfucker.
Hey, bro, I heard you talking shit, dog. I don't know why.
And then, then before you get swung on, you're just like, "How's Noah, dog?"
Yeah, he'll like that.
This next fight.
No, Robert Brighton, don't.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Robert. Just yell, Robert. He turns around. Oh, gotcha. Next fight up is a middleweight bout between Kevin Holland, the Trailblazer, going up against Italy's own Alessio Di Chirico. Hey, que bella.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, Baba Di Booty, That guy, right?
He did quite literally boppity boopy fucking Olawale Bamboche in the second round, which I believe was the phrase Phil McKenzie and Connery Bush used in that breakdown.
AKA Dan Tom's favorite Italian fighter.
Oh yeah, Dan Tom also I believe is one of the people who coined that.
Yeah.
When you fuck up the bang bus like that, you know.
Kevin Holland's slick on the ground. He survived against Thiago Santos, which is an achievement in and of itself.
He's the goddamn wild man.
I'm favoring Kevin Holland this. I'll be honest. Oh wow, Dietrich, who does have a win over Julian Marquez.
Yeah,
I know Dan says he thought Julian won that fight though, even as much as he likes Dietrich.
Yeah, that's a big win for sure. That Julian Marquez.
I know Dietrich was game. This should be a very competitive fight. 3 rounds. I could see this going to distance. I think I'm favoring Holland because I think he's just that more of that threat on the ground. I think he takes it to the ground, and Dietrich is probably more well-rounded on the feet. But I see Holland just not fucking around. Him using more of his physical presence. What are the? Is there a big size disparity? Probably not. Okay, Holland's 3 inches taller. Oh, his reach, holy shit, 81?
Yeah, so he has
wow, this dude has really long
9-inch reach advantage.
Holy fuck. Yeah, Dietrich has short arms.
Super long.
Wow. Yeah, I'm definitely going Holland. He's probably gonna stick at a rear naked or a Kimura. I got him.
Really? You going sub? Yeah. What round?
I'm going round 3. I know it's easier to call a sub 1 or 2, but I like a late finish. I think it'll be a competitive fight.
So here's the thing. Chirico, while he's looked good, has not fought an athlete anywhere near. Well, I guess you can count Bang Bus as an athlete. But he's an athlete for like a round and a half, and he got knocked out by that athlete at like a round and a half in. Or no, sorry, he knocked out that athlete right after the gas, like a round in. He got subbed by Eric Spicely. I just have trouble seeing a way where Kevin Holland doesn't either, catch him in a sub or spark him out. I think I'm also going to go sub because I think it's more likely they end up in a grappling exchange. I think Kevin Holland is just funky enough to be able to get a weird position and catch something. I would not be surprised if Kevin Holland just picks him apart from range and finishes him with TKO via volume. And the ref just steps in after picking him apart. But Kevin Holland also just does wild shit because he likes to do it. I don't know why. It's just kind of his MO. He just kind of likes to jump in and do wild shit. So I'm going to take Holland via, I guess, you know what? I'll go sub second. Although I would not be surprised by a TKO.
You said you like Holland TKO?
Yep. No, I said sub. I wouldn't be surprised if he caught the. I wouldn't be surprised if he caught a TKO just off of volume. But I think if he does start really lighting him up, I think Chirico is going to try and get a takedown. I think he's going to lose a scramble and end up fucked up via probably either RNC or some funky ass shit that Kevin Holland has up his sleeve.
That's kind of how I kind of see that shit going down as well.
Yeah.
The odds, for those curious or not, maybe you don't give a shit. Maybe you're just going to watch bare knuckle boxing tomorrow.
If you're just watching bare knuckle boxing tomorrow,
that means you're from Florida.
Well, it also probably means we're not the podcast for you, bruh.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I will tune into that fight.
One of us will. One of us will watch the replay on Twitter later.
I will also be very inebriated when watching that fight because I like to laugh.
Oh,
anyways,
dog, it's Florida. Everybody's gonna be inebriated watching it.
I will. If I was a Florida man, I'd be watching it with my pet raccoon. But I don't have a pet raccoon. As cool as that would fucking be, because those motherfuckers could open the fridge for you and get you a beer because they have thumbs. Anyways, why am I talking about this? I shouldn't be talking about this. The odds are Kevin Holland's a minus 217 to a plus 178 of Mr. Babidi Boopy.
Yeah, I could see that. I think that line is a little wide. I would think it would be more like, but I'm guessing people are betting Holland up pretty hard just off his funky style and his showmanship. Especially all his shit talking. Like he's on the bottom against Thiago Santos and just talking shit the entire time. That stuff's endearing.
Okay, so this next fight is a women's flyweight bout between Montana De La Rosa and Andrea Gestapo Lee.
That's right. Andrea Lee, as far as I'm aware, the only UFC fighter to block us on Twitter. And you would think, hey,
cool? Is that her nickname? It's Gestapo. Isn't that what it was called? Right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, the whole secret police.
Yeah, definitely something like that. Also, I know you guys are thinking, wow, you got blocked by Andrea Lee. What kind of creepy shit did you say? Nope. Didn't say creepy shit. She posted.
It is the Gestapo. Yep, that's her new nickname for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's your own fucking fault.
Well, to be fair to her, to be fair to us, I guess, actually, more accurately, she had said in a text thread when her husband, or I should say ex-husband, was being accused of being a racist, she was like, I don't get why people are so angry. And we responded, I don't get why you don't get, or as a longtime fan since Invicta, we also don't get why you don't get it. And I got blocked for that. So I feel like we did pretty good in the long run. Feel like we're a good judge of character, evidently, on Twitter. And as a result, I'm still picking Andrea Lee in this fight. I'm not even gonna lie.
I am too. The reason why I'm picking her is she's gonna win all the clinch exchanges.
Dude, it 100% comes down to the clinch exchanges, right? I've been thinking that all week.
Away with De La Rosa, unfortunately.
I think if De La Rosa can get past the distance and actually get a straight body lock, because what Andrea KGB likes to do is punch her way into a tie clinch. But if she can actually, if De La Rosa, when she gets clinched up, just grabs a body lock and goes for trip takedowns, I think it's 50-50 who ends up on top. And if KGB Lee does end up on bottom, it does take her a bit to get her to like retain guard, and she's not the best at working her way back to her feet because she'll work off a bottom. So I think theoretically Montana De La Rosa could completely take a really rough decision in this fight by just rinse and repeating that same process of, I'm going to get eaten up on the outside, but she's going to walk into me as she strikes. So as soon as she gets to clinch range, I just grab a body lock, get a trip takedown, and most of the time I'm going to end up on top, and she's not going to work off of her back. Or she's going to work off her back and not try and stand back up. So I think this is actually closer than a lot of people do, but I 100% have KGB Lee via decision.
I do too. You kind of just nailed it. I don't want to reiterate everything you just said, so I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those fights where, like, I would not at all be surprised to be wrong, but because if De La Rosa could absolutely in one of those clinch exchanges, if Lee gets desperate and tries to stand up and gives up her neck or her back, I think she is. Wow, I almost made a terrible joke, and I'm very glad I didn't. Just because the phrasing, anyway. But De La Rosa is very good at catching RNCs as people are trying to get up. But I don't think KGB Lee tries to get up that much off of the bottom. I think most times she'll just want to play guard, and if she's done playing guard, she'll try and kick you off with butterfly hooks and then stand back up. So I think it's gonna be a tough night for Montana unless she's able to really put the pressure on and make something happen in the grappling exchanges.
So for those curious about the odds,
gotta imagine KGB Lee's too big a favorite.
She's a minus 192 to plus 162 over there.
Okay, that's actually way better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I agree.
That's actually I would say that's about how I would put that line.
This next fight I'll let you talk about because I don't know.
Oh boy, good, because I barely remember Andre Ewell fights other than them being
Andre
entertaining.
Ewell, going up against the infamous UFC creative fighter Anderson Dos Santos.
Oh right, he had that loss to Nathaniel Wood where he looked really good early, and then before that he had the win over. Jesus Christ, he beat Henan Barao. I forgot.
Well, who hasn't beat Henan Barao at this point?
Well, true, but that's not really a statement.
I know. Hennon Brown is still a badass motherfucker, if you ask me.
Yeah. Anderson Dos Santos' only fight in the UFC was a loss to Nad Narimani via decision. Therefore, I am taking Andre Ewell via decision.
I'm just going to go ahead and agree with you there. Let's go ahead and look at the odds.
Oh, shit. He did fight Anderson Dos Santos, which, by the way, is
Anderson Dos Silva. That'd be amazing.
To be fair, Anderson Dos Santos is not any less Brazilian than Anderson Dos Silva.
My favorite was on Reddit when a guy said, "What's your favorite fighter?" I like Anderson Aldo.
Okay, how about the fact that he fought a guy named Thiago Dos Santos?
Yeah.
It's a real thing. Anyway, he does have a loss to Said Nurmagomedov, who fights over in PFL in an Akhmat MMA fight show. However, if you guys know anything about Akhmat MMA, that's run by Chechen dictator and general fucking piece of shit.
Not general, consistent piece of shit.
No, I mean, he's a piece of shit for a general number of reasons. Like, he's just generally a piece of shit. Like, there's very few things he does that are not piece of shit worthy. Yeah, so fuck.
So the odds on this, Anderson Dos Santos is a -111 to a -101 over Andre Ewell. Congratulations for being a favorite.
Wait, those are those fucking even odds, basically? Did I mishear that?
Yeah, no, you did not mishear that.
Wow. I guess I have. Well, again, I've done zero tape study, so.
This next fight, not gonna lie.
Did we have a method on Ewell?
I agreed with what you said. So
what did I say? Decision? Yeah, that's what I thought.
This next fight. Don't really know who the fuck to pick. We got Randy.
I've been going back and forth on this all week.
He finished from bottom position against Nike Pierce, which is impressive because it was hammer fist, and he locked him with his foot.
That was the weirdest. That was Nike Pierce has so many weird finishes.
Yeah, he's going up against Bam Bam Brian Barberina, who got knocked fuck out at the end of the third round. Well, at the end of the fight, really, against Vincente Luque, who's been looking very, very good. No shame in that. Brian Barberina knocked out a now piece of shit who doesn't know how to pay money back. That guy.
Yeah, Jake Ellenberger. I'll go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
But, dude, to be fair, fucking Brian Barberina's last 3 losses were Vincente Luque, Leon Edwards, and Colby Covington, who are all
I think I'm
at least top 5.
I think I'm going Barberina in this one. I like Randy Brown, I do, but I'm sorry. Like, if your only wins, like, I know you have a loss to Bilal Muhammad and Nike Pierce, but dude, look at the discrepancy and it's the difference between that competition.
Right.
I can't not choose Brian Barberina, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Well, the difference is in the wins too. Like Mickey Gall and Brian Camozzi are on a completely different level. Actually, no, they're not. To Jake Ellenberger and Joe Proctor and Sage Northcutt. But the Worley Alves win is notable. And to be fair, he went to decision with Leon Edwards. He went to decision with Colby. And he almost went to decision with Vincente Luque. And all of those were fucking... He looked good in it. Yeah. Also, listen to Sophomore, episode 7, where you can hear about the Jake Ellenberger fight and why losing to Brian Barberina was another one of the reasons that Vicky Pesa didn't get paid. So yeah, I'm going Brian Barberina for beating Jake Ellenberger alone.
Yeah. So am I. The odds on that fight.
We're both going decision, right?
Yeah, I got a decision. Brian Barberina is a -278 to a +229 over Randy Brown. Moving on to the main event.
Wow, wait. Randy Brown's a big favorite?
No, Barberina is. He's
okay.
-278.
Plus, you said plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
This brings us to the main event of the evening. We have Renato Moicano, the Brazilian fighter who trains ATT in Florida, going up against Korean fighter Chen Sung-jung, or as we know, the Korean Zombie. And I know that's not how you say his real name. I can't remember how to do Korean pronunciations, and I'm not going to try it because I don't want to butcher it as I already did.
It's Chen Sung-jung. What do you mean?
I think it's like Gung or I don't know.
It's Jung. I believe it's Jung, but
it's something way the fuck different.
Really?
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't want to have.
I believe it's Chansung Jung. Yeah, but I could be wrong. Right. I'm not great at South Korean pronunciations. I love South Korea though. Top 5.
Korean? You mean Korean pronunciations?
Well, no, because North Korea pronounces shit way different. They also, as I learned this week,
I wouldn't know because they're off.
See, in the week off, I was watching I forget what it's called. It's like Soju TV or something. I forget what it's called.
Soju, like the alcoholic drink.
It was something like that. It was something like that. But anyway, there's a YouTube channel where North Korean refugees eat fucking hot wings and shit.
Oh, I saw that one. I saw that.
Yeah, it's so good. I think it's Soju TV. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but
this lady's crazy. Like having like barbecue in South Carolina. She's like crying. She's like, "This is amazing."
Yeah, it's fucking very, very cool. And also South Korea is dope as shit. They are the America of Asia as far as
they're like one of the most technologically advanced cities in like all of Asia.
And amazing booze scene. Amazing technology scene.
Got the fastest internet in the world.
Yeah, no, they have some of the greatest internet infrastructure and technology companies around by far. It's crazy. I'm a big South Korea fan. Everybody go watch the Seoul episode of oh God, what was it? 3 Sheets, I believe. So good.
Speaking of which, speaking of Korea, I just got a text from Blake saying, "What are you up to?" He is on Convoy Street right now with Trevor.
Hey, shouts to Convoy in San Diego. If you're ever down here, best Asian food you'll find in San Diego is on Convoy Street.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
Korean, Vietnamese,
yeah,
Chinese, Japanese, literally everything.
I was gonna say, y'all think I mean, well, he's just calling all the food there Asian. No, there's literally pick a kind of Asian food, bro. There's like 6 of them on the Convoy.
I think there's even Mongolian food.
There definitely is at least one Mongolian place.
So this fight's interesting. I want to lean Korean Zombie because of his fucking jab and his cardio and his
pressure.
I like Moicano's leg kicks.
That's the thing, right? Is the leg kick.
He looked good against Aldo until he didn't. Until Aldo. Well, Aldo's just a different.
I mean, everybody looked good against Aldo till they don't.
I think I'm gonna stick with my guns. I think I'm gonna go Zombie in this fight.
Really?
And yeah, and I think this goes to distance. I think it's just like a fucking war.
Yeah. See, I've been going back and forth on this a lot. The dudes that Moicano have beaten aren't necessarily, or at least at the time that he fought them, weren't necessarily the biggest volume strikers. Whereas Chansung Jung from the gate is going to walk forward and throw volume at you. And then if he's hoping you get into grappling exchanges because he's sleek as shit. And the people he's gotten caught by are either Yair Rodriguez, who he beat the fuck out of for most of that fight until he got caught with the elbow.
Yeah.
Or Jose Aldo, who he literally dislocated his fucking shoulder during that fight. And that was in 2013. He beat Dennis Bermudez, who that's a giant fucking win. I think it's very, very tough to call. It really depends on what he looks like coming back from the Yair loss. But that was in November, and this is, I think, right around the perfect amount of time to take off, where you're taking
7 months.
Yeah, and you got to figure like 5 of that is recovery, and then you're back in camp and working again. Like maybe you come back 2 months later and you're like just drilling and stuff like that. But you got to imagine, you got to hope that there's no like contact or anything until like nearly 6 months after that loss, which he was winning all of that fight up until that elbow. So. Yeah, I gotta agree. I just think the pressure is gonna be a problem. It's the pressure versus the leg kicks, I think, is what it comes down to. But we saw in the Moicano fight against Aldo, while Chansung Jung is no Jose Aldo, Moicano faded not that hard in the first, but he just started getting overwhelmed by the forward pressure of Aldo. Plus, as soon as Aldo was able to land anything significant, he started pouring it on, and Moicano just shut down. And I feel like that is 100% TKZ's basically entire game plan. That's how he fights. Like if he lands one strike, there's going to be 5,000 more headed your way into a weird submission attempt. So
I just like his jab too much. I think it's really going to cause
his jab is very slick. I don't know how much he's going to actually play off of it in this fight. I think that'll be an interesting. If he actually does stick behind his use the feints and the pressure and the jab,
People forget about his jiu-jitsu, dude. Isn't he one of the
only it's amazing.
To do a fucking twister?
Yeah, he's like one of 3 people ever.
It was like on Leonard Garcia like 6-7 years ago. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. No, and his fucking fight, of course, everybody knows the fight with Dustin Poirier is one of the greatest fights of all time. That's still, I still wish I could get that fucking Tricosta TKZ shirt. There's no good like rip-off versions of it. I'm just gonna have to fucking make a rip-off version to buy because it's so goddamn cool. But I'm taking a chance on Jung. I think I'm taking him via TKO in the 3rd. I said
a 5-round war.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, but I think
I'm gonna go TKO round 4. I still think it'll be a pretty lengthy fight. So I'll go TKO round 4 for the Korean Zombie.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I could really see it going a bunch of ways. Mostly all of them in Korean Zombie's favor. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with round 3, but I would not be surprised if like. I just think the forward pressure is going to be a fucking problem over time for Renato Moicano. And Moicano's only been in the UFC for, what is it, 5 fights? No, 6 fights.
That's crazy.
7 fights. But his step up in competition has been so drastic in such a short amount of time. I mean, he fought Ninamaki in 2014, which is like, whatever. I mean, he is coming out of Jungle Fight, which Jungle Fight's very legit for Brazil promotions, but he fought Tukagov in 2016 and got a split decision win. Jeremy Stevens split decision win in 2017, but that was a rough time for Jeremy Stevens. He did beat the shit out of Brian Ortega up until he got guillotined. He fought Kelvin Cater. He fought Cub Swanson. Like, those are all very good wins. I'm not ready to cast the sail on TKZ yet.
No. And for those curious about the odds, probably as you would suspect, Renato Moicano is a -196 to a +166 over Korean Zombie.
Yeah, I think that's probably very fair. It really depends on what version of both dudes we see in that fight. So either way, I think it's gonna be fun as hell.
Oh yeah, I'll try to tune in when I can. I'll probably just watch the main event of this tomorrow, and then the bare knuckle boxing fight out of pure curiosity.
Well, so theoretically, since the co-main event dropped out, this should finish right around the time Paul Malignaggi versus Artem Lobov should kick off. Should be right around the same time. So
okay.
Also, shouts at the co-main event podcast for choosing to call him Paul Malignaggi after he started saying shit like "I want to piss in your mouth, in your toothless mouth," because adulting that motherfucker's name, it makes it so much funnier.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure when I watch that I have my balls.
I mean, where are they, Chris? Where are your balls?
I don't know. I gotta find them.
You need your balls and your gum. If we've learned anything from Paulie Malignaggi, where's your ball? Where's your gum?
So I can get on his level. That guy is a very intense individual.
That's right.
Yeah, but to be fair, I don't think he really is on blow. He could be. But
no, I don't think he is. I think he's he's legit upset about having to fight Artem.
I just like the comments because his eyes are all big. It's like, dude, if he was on blow, his eyes would be dilated. Like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. There's a light in his eye. It's like,
no, he looks extremely sober. He looks sober to the point of where he should. Like he looks like he needs some drinks or some weed. Is what he looks like.
Like he needs a shot.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that shit show. I think it's gonna be fucking hilarious, especially seeing Rumble Johnson play security.
Oh my god, I hope he has to break up a fight in the middle of the ring. How great would that be? Him just throwing fucking lightweights out of the ring, fucking 400 pounds.
A bunch of dumb fucking Guidos going, Paulie's a guy. You know, just fucking was going Rumble.
Yeah.
Whoa.
He's just tossing dudes out by their braids.
Yeah.
Oh
fucking
boy.
Throws a pizza here, fetch.
Exactly. Oh, all right. Well, on that note, we'll go ahead and wrap this one here. We will be back next week for. Do you know what card is next week?
I believe it is Francis Ngannou and Junior Dos Santos.
Interesting. Where is that? Do you know?
No fucking clue.
Yeah, me neither. But that sounds all right. I don't know. The interviews I've heard with Francis Ngannou sounds like he's doing well, but he's also back to training at the Performance Institute, not in France where he was killing dudes. So I don't know what that means either.
Nor do I, yeah.
I guess we will find out. But we will be back next week. We will also actually talk about Contender Series next week, assuming that Dana White doesn't make this into a fucking farce every time, because if he's just saying shit to get headlines, which I feel like he did this week, that's why I didn't address it much. Chris knows that Chris got a bunch of angry texts from me about the fucking Brendan Lockdown thing, or Lockdown, or however you pronounce it. I sent you a bunch of angry texts about how dumb I thought that was, but I think all that shit was just publicity for the show, which is why we didn't talk about it much this week. So if and especially on the first week of a new season where there was 3 decisions, and he can't throw Ali Abdelaziz's guy under the bus, who do you think he would throw under the bus to try and make a point to get more finishes for the rest of the season? I would say it would probably be Brendan Lockdown. So fuck that. And number one, I'm no longer referring to it as the name of the show. I'm referring to it as the Contender Series, because I'm probably done saying that dude's name, at least until he starts acting like an adult, which we'll see how that goes. He's about to get BK'd, is what I'm saying. But maybe DK'd. But we will be back next week to break down the JDS versus Ngannou card. In the meantime, please hit us up on social media, TSOV Pod, and you can also send us an email, sovpod@gmail.com or christhesoundofviolence.com. Please let us know what you're listening to. Let us know what shows we're sleeping on. Give us your thoughts on Jake Ellenberger kind of being a piece of shit and not fucking paying his goddamn producer. The fuck, bro? Like, Vicky, if it wasn't Vicky Pezza, I would not be bringing this shit up. But Vicky Pezza is one of the producers I respect most in the MMA podcast game. Not just for Rutin and Ronaldo, but I've heard hundreds of hours of her on the Naughty Show over the years from back when she was running that. And it's just kind of despicable that this even has to be a conversation. I literally tweeted out today. I was like, it's insane that I even have to say this out loud. But, yo, what the fuck, Jake Ellenberger and John Orlando, how the fuck are you not paying your own producer? So that's insane, and we will be following that story going forward 100%. I might try and talk Chris into making a Reddit thread about it, because it's fucking insane, and no one... Yeah. Have you ever heard about this before? Because it's been happening for 8 months. No, a year and 8 months. I'm sorry. So, boy. Anyway, go support Vicky Pezza, VickyPezza.com, VickyPezza.com. She hosts she produces a number of podcasts. Tell Him Steve Dave, which is the guys from Jay and Silent Bob films, the Fanboy and Steve Dave. That's the 2 names in the movies. I forget. You would know them if you saw them. She also, like I said, produced Naughty Show. She produces a handful of other shows you can all find on her website. So please go listen and support that stuff. Vicky's also just very fucking nice on social media. So if you want to just say hi to Vicky and give her some support, I think that's a great thing to do. Vicky Pezza on Twitter. So shouts out to her. Fuck Action Junkies. This card this weekend should be whatever. And Chris, until next time, what should we do? Yeah, or go do something decadent if we're speaking in American or English. Either one.